Hi, I'm Hannah Jones and welcome to this week's MASTS CAST. In this week's episode, I chat to 4 researchers who have collaborated and have just been successful at being awarded a UK Seafood Innovation Fund for a feasibility study. The UK Seafood Innovation Fund is a competitive procurement programme, and the researchers I'm speaking to today are Melinda Choua, who is a modeller at the University of Strathclyde, Soizic Garnier, who is a PhD student at the University of Strathclyde, who looks at hydrodynamic modelling, and she will be starting a job with Marine Scotland Science very soon. Marta Ponti, who is a PhD student at the University of Strathclyde as well, but in the Environmental Engineering Department, and also Anna Rodriguez, who is a recent MASTS graduate student. And together they collaborated after meeting Anna and Marta meeting at the MASTS grad school retreat one year, and then Marta introducing Anna to Soizic and also Melinda. And just as I was speaking to them on the 16th of November, they had just commenced their feasibility study, which will be ending in February 2021. My first question was to Melinda, and I asked her to explain what is the study all about.
So to understand better the study, I suggest to give you an overview of the project. So basically, blueremediation's project aims to reconciliate the incompatibility between fish production and environmental conservation. So as you may know, intense fish production leads automatically to accumulation of organic waste on the seabed, such as fish feces or food waste, which get degraded on the seabed, which affects the ecosystem and the biodiversity. So currently, Scottish legislation fixed a threshold of waste accumulation, which we noticed is one of the factors that limits the most the fish production. So therefore, to release this limitation by decreasing the waste accumulation, we suggest studying how Scottish sea cucumber can feed on salmon waste and their mitigation potential of reducing the waste. So adding sea cucumber below fish pens may sound easy, but it can be subject to many trials before reaching an efficiency and long-term industrial application. So due to the interconnectivity between the environmental condition and the physiology of the organism itself. So that's why we are doing a feasibility study. First, to see how sea cucumber can feed on the salmon waste and their efficiency to absorb the carbon content in the fish feces and clean the environment. So basically, we plan to suggest an alternative to fish producer to produce in a sustainable way and with a potential of zero waste. But that's only the study will tell us.
Excellent. That sounds fascinating. And it's great to hear that you've been funded to just investigate the possibility and how this will work, and that you're also doing the modelling side of it, which is like where I assume your other colleagues who are on this call are going to be joining in as well. So I'm not sure if there's any more information that Anna, Marta or Soizic, if you want to provide on top of Melinda's explanation.
Well, I think this is the beginning. So originally, the idea we had when we were having a coffee together was to put together our skills to do something for ourselves. So this was the beginning, and it was a good, let's say, thinking about sea cucumbers was probably a good way to begin with, and then the modeling part can be applied to other animals in the future. So this is just a start.
Excellent. And when do you see the research starting? Because you've just been awarded this money. It'd be really great to know when this plan is starting.
Next week.
Wow, okay, that's fantastic.
Yeah, we found out, well, we were working on it, but we found out today. So next week, Tuesday, is the beginning. Excellent. And it will go on until the end of February.
Until the end of February. So this is a really quick turnover for you all.
The experiment part is subcontracted to SAMS, which is great because none of us never worked with sea cucumber before. So it's a good thing. We are not alone.
Absolutely. So SAMS are being able to provide the infrastructure of actually studying actually to produce the study, and then yourselves are going to be providing the brain power behind all the modeling and seeing how feasible it is, which is why it's called a feasibility study, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So once we have the results from the experiments, we can include that in our model. Like that, we clearly know how the Scottish sea cucumber is efficient, and then our model will predict the impact on the seabed and how much the farmers can increase their fish production.
And I just wanted to highlight the fact that this also would have been much more difficult without the support we had from WISA, so the Women British Aquaculture. So they created this mentorship program that we went in January, and it actually had been a huge accelerator for us to create a proper collaboration within the aquaculture stakeholder in Scotland. And we had a mentor, Michael Mason, who had been able to put us in touch with all the different organizations that treat Scottish aquaculture in Scotland. Scottish aquaculture, yeah. And this is because of that we could also have so many people supporting us for the application of our feasibility study, and that also helped us a lot to get this funding. Yeah. So that's a very important part of the project also.
Yeah, I think also the key of our application was the support we received from all shareholders, all stakeholders of aquaculture. So there was SIPA, who supported us by a letter mentioning that it would be interesting to know if sea cucumber can actually clean the seabed. There was Kronestate, who showed interest. So Scottish Aquaculture Innovation Centre, who funded us. So they gave a contribution, the financial contribution to this project. So it also had a lot of credibility to our application. There was SAMS, of course, SNH, so Scottish Natural Heritage, that also gave us their green light for the feasibility study, which involved few sea cucumber, but they also raised some questions for the big R&D project. Interesting question that we will need to answer during the R&D project. Yes, of course, Maui, who helped a lot actually because they provided the sediment. So due to COVID restriction, now we had to find a plan B because they are they don't have that many people to collect the sediment that we need. But yeah, they already provided the sediment plus a letter of support that also had credibility. So yeah, I think that's also a key of our success.
The University of Stirling also helped us to do some analysis on the sediments. Yeah, so we also had the KTN, the Knowledge Transfer Network, who helped us to put the application all together. Yes, sorry, we are just adding more and more people.
No, it's fantastic. And I think it really helps demonstrate, that there is a lot of support out there for people who might not have done support, like grant application like this, and demonstrates actually if you have support, letters of support from different organizations who see real potential, it can really add to the strength of your application. So it's fantastic that you had such a breadth of organizations behind you on this, and I can only see that it helped you in your application for sure. This sounds a great study, and I had no idea it was starting quite so soon. So best of luck to all of you, and congratulations again on winning this, I know, competitive grant that was awarded by the Seafood Innovation Fund. So we look forward to finding out more about how this study goes, and keep in touch with all of us.
Thank you.
Yeah. If you would like to find out more about this project, then I have provided Melinda's email below this video, where you can contact her and any of the other researchers regarding this project as well. That's everything from me this week, so stay safe and have a great weekend.